So you would have the Power Four conference champion. So like maybe this is where also like you could potentially get rid of the conference championship game if like that needs to be, because in things like soccer, like in Premier League soccer and things like that, they don't have a one-off game to determine the champion. They do it by the regular season. That's maybe where you can probably bring back the regular season title, because I feel like that also can bring back some importance to winning your conference. Is like if you win your conference, you get a top like seed based on like rankings and things like that. And that can also create some like chaos potentially if a team isn't in the top 25. But generally speaking, I'll have to try to find the FCS. Okay, so let's got it here. So for example, so referencing the 2025 season, yeah, you would have your top four seeds, like overall seeds. They would get a like actually wait no, it's like top eight. Yeah, so your top eight overall teams in your rankings, in your final rankings, say they get a first round bye, and then you'd have your next eight teams all seeded, and those games would take place on their home campus, and then your final eight teams would be unseeded. And I think if it's how I remember this. I remember how they did this system that they just go 17 through 24, would just play out whatever like site or whatever and whatnot. So this is something that can be done. So this isn't an impossible
Ah,
like thing to do.
there it is.
Oh yeah, you're
Okay,
Tyler.
yes.
Yeah, I'm. So this isn't impossible to do, and I mean we've seen the model here in FCS. So I mean, all you have to do, like you can just bring it up to FBS, and not much would change. It's just the only reason why I think people would be against it is like all the like the talking suits or whatever about their money. That's the big problem. Is like people, oh, my wallet's gonna hurt from this. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I think that's the problem, is that this game is controlled by money.
It's too it Yeah, it's money driven, and it's not even like making money problem. It's a spending problem.
Yes. That's going to be the issue. I think that's what's going to cause a divide, because if it's like unlimited funding for NIL, then yeah, the rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer, and then it's eventually going to break off into something to where it's going to be the top brands, where it's literally we already literally have the NFL. I think for me, I don't think college football is a thing to where shouldn't push out the people who actually like truly like fiend over this, because I really could care less about the casuals who will watch the playoff. It should be about the people who actually like, grew up and bled and with tradition and the rivalries, man. This is something that me and you both grew up watching. Even though I grew up watching SEC football, but like this was a part of this was in my blood. I, I grew up watching Florida games. I grew up, I went to college games. I still go to college games now. It's a fun thing. It's much more affordable, and it's just a good way to have camaraderie with your friends and building new friends up. So it should be interesting
Yeah.
things to do.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
This is something that I've been like. This is something too that like yesterday. So yesterday, so this report from On Three came out that that Milan Momcilovic, who is currently in the draft process, he recently was in a meeting, completed a Zoom meeting with the University of Kentucky. And I know this has been something that's been rumored too, of like Kentucky wanting to throw money around, trying to build a roster or something. And I know there was like, I think Mark Pope had a video talking, like there was something like Mark Pope posted. Obviously, people are like going to throw this around, especially like Iowa fans against like and whatnot. So yeah, Mark Pope posted a video earlier today. The caption being, "What a week, Big Blue Nation. What else do you want to know?" So this is like him, like kind of doing Q&A. But we know some people wanted to throw it away. Like some people are trying to throw that Milan Momcilovic is going to go to Kentucky. They're going to throw a bag at him. And this also talks about like the legacy thing. I know this has been like me personally, I would get why, but like it would kind of tarnish his Cyclone legacy if he does go to Kentucky.